this. The thing I record these through doesn't actually tell me the time. It just gives me 1313.
What's going on, guys? So it's currently the 30th of May. I'm sat outside the gym right now about to go in and train legs. It's legs rotation B today, so it's more of a quad dominant leg day. Pre-workout meal has been consumed in the form of 100 grams of oats, 45 grams of whey protein, and in the oats there was cinnamon, salt, and my protein flavored drops. I've also had a scoop of Total War for pre-workout. So I usually let my food digest for about an hour and a half, then take my pre-workout and then go to the gym because I don't want to be working out on a full stomach. So a little quick update on my nutrition. I will talk about the title of this video later on, but I don't really want to go into it now. I'll go into it later when I can actually sit down and get in depth about it. But as nutrition goes, I've upped my fats. I've taken away that flatbread like wrap thing I used to eat after my post-workout meal, and replace that with a huge salad to get some more macros in and to take away those carbs so I can have an extra 20 grams of carbs pre-workout, because obviously I need to prioritize my carbs around that workout window. Sorry if the lighting's really shit as well, that's really irritating that the sun's just gone in. So I've upped my fats in the form of an avocado. So this will be going on that salad with some mixed leaf and a bit of turkey mince. I've taken some of the turkey mince I used to eat as my last meal of the day and just will sprinkle that onto the salad. Now the reason I've done that is because the portion of turkey mince, I used to have half a pack of turkey mince, which was around 50 grams of protein. So I can usually take away a little bit of that, add that on my salad, and then up my fats through an avocado. And I was on like 33 grams of fat a day, and from a hormone standpoint that isn't a good place to be. I felt really sluggish last week, and so I've just manipulated and I've changed. My calories are still 2,200 and nothing's changed through my calorie standpoint. So my protein was at 220 grams, which was kind of too high whilst being in the cutting phase. Like maybe if I was in a bulking phase that would have been fine, but as I'm in a cutting phase, I need to prioritize the other macronutrients, being carbs and fats, and keep my protein around 200 grams. I will drop that if need be, if that is still kind of an excessive amount, but 220 grams was a kind of ridiculous excessive amount for being in a cutting phase. I just want to add that disclaimer. Or cutting phase, can I still call it a cutting phase, or can I call it a prep phase? Yeah. Hint to the title of this video. Anyway, I'm going to get in the gym right now because I've been waffling on in my car for well too long, and the pre-workout is starting to make my face tingle, and I don't really want to be talking on pre-workout because I just end up chatting a lot of shit. So I'm going to get in the gym and hit this leg workout. Right. Oh, turn that off because we're going to get copyright. Right, today's session, that was a fantastic session. That was probably one of the best sessions I've had in a while. I had a good pull session on Tuesday, but that topped it all off. Like, that was a 9 out of 10, that session. As you guys saw when I went on the hack squat for my top set, I didn't reach my rep range. I only got 4. I decided to up it from last week. Last week I did 170. This week I did 175. So I only put a 2.5 extra on either side, and I only got 4 reps. So I lost like 6 reps from just adding 5 kilo. So I need to bear that in mind next time. Maybe go a smaller jump like that, like only have a 1.25 either side rather than a 2.5, and jump like that rather than having that 5 kilo jump. Because obviously in this dieting phase, my body's not going to be able to recover as well, and it's not going to be able to progress lifts as quickly as it would in a bulking phase. That noise is really bugging me, so I'm just going to... After I only got those 4 reps, I really had to put myself back together, because I was kind of a bit pissed off in a way that I knew I could have done better. But I knew that if that carried on, that mentality of knowing that I didn't reach my rep range, that would have carried on through the whole session, and it wouldn't have been a great session. So I had to just kind of reconstruct myself in a way, reconstruct my thoughts, and just put my head in the game and got it done. So all I can say is, if you have a set like that where your top set is poor and you know you don't get in your rep range, don't let that carry over to the rest of the session, because you will ruin your session through that. So I had to just put my head back into it. I threw my headphones off. I didn't use my headphones for the rest of the session. I knew that the headphones weren't working, and I just needed to hear kind of myself. It's weird, because sometimes I like training without headphones on my own, and I just like to kind of hear myself breathe. It's weird. I don't know if you guys can relate to that. Anyway, I'm going to go home right now, put my feet up for 20 minutes because I'm knackered, and eat my post-workout meal. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Right guys, so I've been home for a couple of hours. I got home and ate my post-workout meal, which was my pasta meal, which has 250 grams of 5% beef mince, that is raw weight, 100 grams of pasta, that's raw weight as well, 100 grams of peppers, and half a jar of the dolmio sauce. I know I show that meal a lot in all my vlogs, but that is generally a staple meal for me on a training day. Anyway, after I finished my post-workout meal, I sat down for another 20 minutes, really just chilled out because I was knackered from this morning's cardio session and from legs. Like I said, the leg session was a really kind of brutal and good leg session, so I needed some rest. And then I went for a walk because I've stopped tracking my steps when I go to the gym. So when I'm training, I don't track my steps anymore. I just put my watch in my bag. And I used to also wear the watch when I was doing cardio, but I've also taken that away because I don't want the two variables to kind of intertwine with each other. So I just track my steps when I'm not in the gym, not doing cardio, not training, and for the rest of the day I'll track my steps. I will talk about the title of this video, but it'll be later on, so you guys are gonna have to sit and watch the rest of the video till it comes to the end, and then I'll talk about it. But right now I'm gonna go make a salad, and then I'm gonna go to Bex's, so I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Hi, Rebekah, take your order.
There you go, sir. Lovely job.
Thank you. Be honest, how many people thought I was going to go and buy a McDonald's there? Like, as if. Right, so as I just burnt my tongue on the first sip of that coffee, that's a bitch, innit? Because it just ruins the drink, because it burns so much every sip you have from now on, so that's quite annoying. But I'm going to tell you the plan of action today. I'm going to go home, get some steps in, so I'm going to go for a long walk, probably about 6,000 step walk, just to get all the steps in, because I don't feel like I'm going to get a lot in today, and that is kind of the only time zone I can get those steps in today. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to go to Tesco's, get my car cleaned and edit this video in the cafe. Obviously I'm not going to edit my video in the car whilst they're cleaning my car, that'd be weird. And then I'm going to go to the gym to train at push, come home, do some meal prep, and go to work for 4. So hopefully I can record some of my day in this video, and hopefully it's not too boring and it's not just me in my car all the time. But we'll have to find out, and I will talk about the title of this video, and it will be coming up, and I'll try to do that either today or tomorrow. But I just wanted it, it's early, kind of give me the benefit of the doubt that I can't put my words together. But I really want to go, God, I can't. But I really kind of want to go into depth and just talk about it with you guys and be open with you guys. So that's the plan of action today. I'm going to go home now, sip on this black coffee whilst I'm driving, try not to burn my tongue again, and I'll see you guys when I get back. Right guys, so I'm out on my morning walk. As I said, I have to get my steps in early today. So I'm currently in the middle of this huge field. This walk is around 6,000 to 7,000 steps, depending on if I take the longish way or the shorter way. I'm probably going to take the longer way today, even though I have got work later on and that does accumulate a lot of steps. I'd like to get as much steps as I can in right now and just kind of get my head in it. I've been listening to the Revive Stronger podcast, just learning as much as I can really. I could be listening to music or something, but that's not really going to benefit me in a way. So I listen to podcasts, try learn as much as I can, either about business, about fitness, about prep, about anything. I will listen to a podcast and I will try learn and expand my knowledge. Anyway, I thought this would be a good time to talk about the title of this video. So yes, I'll be doing a bodybuilding show at the age of 19. From tomorrow, I'll be 10 weeks out. I decided this probably about a week ago. It was, well, yeah, probably last Friday I decided 100% I was going to do this. I'm nervous, I'm not going to lie, I'm nervous. Like, as I've been dieting for like the past 14, 15 weeks anyway, I've kind of put myself in a good position, but I don't know if I've given myself enough time to be in shape, and that's the only problem. Like, that's the only thing that was going through my head. But I know if I work my hardest, I can be in condition for that show day. I'll still be doing the summer shredding challenge. I'll still put in my final application on the 1st of July, but what I'll do is I'll just treat that as a kind of like a check-in day with myself. So what I do now is I like to take photos of myself near enough on every couple of day basis and just compare them from weeks or from the previous week or whatever, and just see, because some areas of fat you can't see, like my back for example, I've lost a lot of fat off my back. So when I take a photo I can see that, and I can see that I'm actually losing weight. Problem is with your front, you know, that's the only place you're going to see. So when you're in the dieting phase, your front's not always going to drop, because unfortunately you can't spot reduct fat. But yeah, with the summer shredding, I'll just treat that as a check-in day. I was going to do like a carb up day, and just, or carb up the day before, and just look a little bit more pumped when I did that kind of like final application thing. But there's no point putting myself in that position now that I'm in prep. As I'm 19, I will be entering the teenage division. I will probably be one of the oldest there, if not the oldest, but that's not a bad thing, because that means that I would have had kind of the most amount of years of gaining possible. Like, I started bodybuilding when I was 15, 16, well, you can't really count the first year because you have that like shitty year where you don't take it seriously and you just go and train arms every day. But I've had around 3 to 4 years of bodybuilding experience. Now, I'm not saying that gives me an advantage in any way, because they could be like a genetic freak of a 17-year-old that's going to throw me off stage. But all I know is I'm going to try bring my best, and that is what I'm going to be recording from now on. So we're officially like 10 weeks out as of tomorrow, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like I can get there. I'm taking posing lessons to learn how to pose correctly. As you guys saw in this video, I was posing after cardio, I was posing after training, I pose at home as well. I'm really trying to nail down on the poses so I don't look like a crap poser on stage. I've also got some really knowledgeable people around me, just keeping an eye on me, which is, I'm very fortunate to be in that position. Unfortunately, I cannot afford a coach right now. I would have a coach, and I would recommend anyone who's going into a contest prep to have a coach, but unfortunately I can't afford one. So I'm going to have to do this by myself and pull the strings by myself and take the stress by myself, which it will be a learning curve in a way. And I'm looking forward to learning about my body, and this whole experience is going to be a learning curve. Now, I think my friend Dan is doing the same competition in the same category as me, which is nice because we can support each other and share the nerves on stage and be on stage together. And I'm going to support him, he's going to support me, and we're not going to be like anal towards each other because we're both doing the same competition. Like, there's no point. It's new to both of us, so why would we put ourselves in that position? Like, he's messaging me, I'm messaging him, and we're both feeling exactly the same. We're both feeling small. Sorry, Dan, I don't mean to call you small, mate, but we're both feeling small, we're both feeling tired, we both know that our pushing movements are feeling like shit. So it's just the nature of the game, and it's nice to have someone there who's going through the same thing you're going through. Anyway, guys, so yeah, I'm doing a competition in 10 weeks' time. I'm going to finish off my walk right now, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Right, guys, so it's a little bit later on in the day now. I just got back from my push session, which was a really good session. Again, I would rate that probably a 9 out of 10. Every lift either progressed or stayed the same as last week, which was fantastic. My compound lift, which was the hammer strength shoulder press, that went up by a rep, and my back offset weight went up by 5 kg, and I only lost a rep off doing that. So, and I got 13 reps on the back offset. So, and I nearly got that 14. Like, I should have recorded that session because that was a really good session. And also to be on my own, and because I usually have Nathan on a push day, to be on my own and have such a good session is really rare. And especially now that I'm on prep, that's rare as well. So yeah, really good session. I'm not going to go over my post-workout meal because you'll know what it is, but what I will go over is I'll be adding some pink Himalayan salt instead of the low salt. I've just decided to switch it up a little bit, so I have the low salt on my breakfast, and then I have the pink Himalayan salt on my post-workout meal, and then for dinner I'll just have some like normal table salt. So just getting all the varieties of salt in. Don't ask why, just like to change it up. I also got my car cleaned at Tesco's earlier and had a monster whilst I edited a little bit of this video. I didn't actually get done as much as I thought I would because the Wi-Fi wasn't that great in Tesco's, so I couldn't download music, the background music, to the earlier part of the song. So I'm going to carry on editing whilst eating this post-workout meal, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Right, guys, so it's been a couple of days since I picked up the camera. I've just got home from work and I've just finished editing up this video. I actually forgot to film an outro to this video, which is really unlike me because I usually film an outro. I don't know what happened there, like the camera just like swayed over. But I think this video has gone on for too long. So guys, if you like the video, leave a thumbs up. If you dislike the video, then fuck off. And whatever you want, subscribe. Peace out.